In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 NBA games happening on November 6, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Washington Wizards versus Memphis Grizzlies. The Washington Wizards travel to Tennessee to take on the Memphis Grizzlies in an inter-conference battle on Sunday night. The Wizards come into this matchup following a drubbing at the hands of the Nets on Friday night. The Grizzlies were on the other end of a beating on Friday night as they dismantled the Hornets, 130-99. The Washington Wizards have been in a rut as they've lost 4 of their last 5 games overall, and they will be hoping for a better performance after getting completely destroyed by the Nets in a 128-86 loss on Friday. Bradley Beal led the way with 20 points on 8 of 17 shooting. Kyle Kuzma added 19 points, while Kristaps Porzingis chipped in with 14 points, but no other player scored more than 8 points. As a team, the Wizards shot just 36% from the field and 8 of 34 from the three-point line as they cut an early 12-point deficit to just 2 points before getting blown out in the second half, where they scored a miserly 29 points. Will Barton scored just 3 points on 1 of 8 shooting, while Corey Kispert scored just 2 points on 0 of 6 shooting. Meanwhile, the Memphis Grizzlies have been in great shape as they've won 6 of their first 9 games overall, and they will be gunning for a 3rd straight victory after making light work of the struggling Hornets in a 130-99 home win on Friday. Dillon Brooks led the way with 23 points on 8 of 12 shooting. Desmond Bane added 19 points. Steven Adams scored 13 points with 19 rebounds and 2 blocks, while Jan Morant tallied 12 points with 11 assists. As a team, the Grizzlies shot 51% from the field and 16 of 36 from the three-point line as they set the tone with 41 points in the first quarter to build a 24-point halftime lead, which grew to 44 points in the second half, which allowed them to rest their starters early. The Wizards are 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 Sunday games and 5-11 against the spread in their last 16 road games. The Grizzlies are 23-7 against the spread in their last 30 home games and 3-7 against the spread in their last 10 games overall. The under is 6-2 in Wizards' last 8 games, playing on 1 day's rest. The over is 4-0 in Grizzlies' last 4 home games. The Wizards are 5-17-1 against the spread in the last 23 meetings in Memphis and 1-5 against the spread in the last 6 meetings. The Wizards are still missing DeLon Wright, while the Grizzlies are still without Jaren Jackson Jr. and Zaire Williams. The Wizards haven't been able to build any momentum lately despite being almost at full health, and they just got dismantled by the shorthanded Nets in their biggest loss so far. The Grizzlies have been inconsistent because of players being in and out of the lineup over the first 2 weeks of the season, but the team's core is mostly back now. Jackson is still out, but Brooks and Morant are back now. Desmond Bane has also been playing some of the best basketball early in the year, with Memphis dealing with injuries. Washington's defensive issues have been a big problem since the team got off to a 3-1 start, with the Pacers scoring 127 points against them last week. Beal has never been known for his defense, and it's tough for a team to be good defensively when the best player isn't known for defending. The Washington Wizards have fallen off over the last week, and their defense is becoming a serious concern. The Memphis Grizzlies are one of the more consistent teams in both straight up and against the spread dating back to last season, and their offense is currently 1st in the league in scoring. Memphis won't look past Washington after their inconsistent start, and the Grizzlies are healthier now. The Grizzlies should have a field day offensively in this spot. This is a classic tale of 2 teams headed in opposite directions. So the Memphis Grizzlies to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both Memphis and Washington play fast, and Washington's defense has been very bad over the last week. The Wizards gave up 112 points or more in 3 straight games earlier in the week. This team is struggling significantly to defend against even mediocre and bad teams. Memphis's speed on the perimeter should be an issue for a bad Washington defense, and the Grizzlies should be able to get the wide-open, fast-paced game they prefer against a Wizards team that has also been pushing the pace. Porzingis and Beal are playing well. Washington still has a solid offense, even though their defense defense has struggled so far this year. The Wizards' best shot of winning this game would be to slow it down. Unfortunately, the Wizards are not very effective on the glass, while the Grizzlies are a top 5 team rebounding the ball. They will be able to dictate pace and put up numbers in this matchup. Memphis is just out of the top 10 in pace of play this season at number 11 and will push the ball against a Wizards team that would prefer to play at their pace, which is just 23rd in the league. The Grizzlies' ability to rebound and knock down threes will push this game past the total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Utah Jazz vs. Los Angeles Clippers. The Utah Jazz will head to the Crypto.com arena on Sunday night as they take on the Los Angeles Clippers in a Western Conference matchup. The Jazz are third in the West with a 7-3 record and are coming off a 130-116 road win against the Los Angeles Lakers on Friday night. The Clippers are 8th in the West with a 5-4 record and are riding a 3-game winning streak after a 113-106 road victory over the San Antonio Spurs on Friday night as well. This will be the first of their 4 games against one another, including 3 games played in November, so this should be an intriguing battle. The Utah Jazz have been in great form as they've won 7 of their first 10 games overall, and they will be eager to stay hot after taking down the Lakers in a 130-116 road win on Friday. Lauri Markkanen led the team with 27 points, 13 rebounds, and 4 assists. Jordan Clarkson added 20 points. Kelly Olynyk scored 18 points, while Mike Conley chipped in with 15 points and 10 assists. As a team, the Jazz shot 50% from the field and 17 of 40 from the three-point line as they hit the ground running and exploded for 75 points in the first half to take the early lead, before using their defense to pull away as they held the Lakers to just 13 points in the final 8:22 of the fourth quarter to win comfortably in the end. Meanwhile, the Los Angeles Clippers have won 5 of their first 9 games, and they will be looking to build on their current 3-game win streak after taking down the Spurs in a 113-106 road win on Friday. Paul George led the way with 32 points and 6 assists on 11 of 16 shooting. Ivica Zubac added 17 points with 15 rebounds and 4 blocks, while John Wall chipped in with 15 points and 6 assists off the bench. As a team, the Clippers shot 52% from the field and 15 of 33 from the three-point line as they looked in trouble after squandering a 17-point lead to trail by 10 points in the third quarter, but they kept their cool and held the Spurs to just 20 points in the fourth quarter to come back and escape with the much-needed victory. Looking at the betting trends, the Jazz are 8-18 against the spread in their last 26 road games, 2-7 against the spread in their last 9 road games against a team with a losing home record, and 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 games overall. The Clippers are 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 games against a team above .600, 2-10 against the spread in their last 12 games against a team with a winning record, and 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 games overall. Head-to-head, the over is 4-0-1 in the last 5 meetings overall. The Jazz are 0-5 against the spread in the last 5 meetings in Los Angeles, and the Jazz are 2-5 against the spread in the last 7 meetings overall. The Clippers are going to be shorthanded again as Kawhi Leonard, Robert Covington, and Luke Kennard have all been ruled out, while the Jazz are just about at full strength for this one. The Jazz have had a terrific start to the season with a 7-3 record, and they'll look to continue it against the Clippers on Sunday night. Meanwhile, the Clippers have been up and down in the early going, clearly managing the usage of stars Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. With Kawhi already having missed several games this season, Los Angeles has relied on George to carry the offense. While he's leading the team in scoring with 24 points per game, he isn't receiving much help. In fact, the Clippers rank dead last in points per game as a team, making it very difficult to keep pace with opposing offenses. However, their defense has been able to keep them in games as they rank 4th in both opponent points per game and defensive rating. Nonetheless, the lack of scoring 3 against the spread from the Clippers roster is an alarming issue in the early part of the season, and they might be overmatched against the Jazz. Not only does Utah rank 5th in points per game, but they have 6 different players averaging in double figures and rank 3rd in bench points per game. The Clippers have been on a nice run of 3 straight wins, but 2 of those wins came against the Rockets, and they could have lost Friday's win over the Spurs. The Jazz have been one of the surprise teams of the league, and they would love to bag both Los Angeles teams back-to-back. Although the Clippers have more star power, Utah is the better team at the moment. I can see why the Clippers would be favorites at home, but I see the Jazz pulling off an upset in this spot. So the Utah Jazz to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Looking at the last few games for each team, the Jazz are averaging 119 points in their previous 4 games, while the Clippers are scoring 104 points in their last 5 games. This total is going to be set too low as the Clippers have hit the over just once this season and they will be expecting to keep underperforming. However, the Clippers are scoring the ball better with Paul George getting some more action. Lauri Markkanen and Paul George specifically have been stepping up and scoring for their respective teams to continue applying pressure. The over is 4-0-1 in their last 5 games against one another. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.